has been and an opportunity to see young women learn and unlearn things. I'm going to perform a poem, but basically, since the period world is very key to me. Oh, the chair is here. Cool. I'll give you the story. I was in class and I was wearing a light green skirt, colors with blood, not friendly. Yeah, so what happened is I just felt something weird happening to me. My thighs were getting all wet and stuff. It was my periods. So because we had started about it, I'm like, uh-oh. So I leaned down because there's this creepy cramp that comes when this thing is coming. I'm sure the girls can relate. So I was like, it's happening. So she can relate. So I put my head down, and then a teacher that I will never forget called Douglas was like, Esther, why are you sleeping in my class? I'm like, well, sir, I'm not sleeping. I'm not okay. It's like, no, come here. Come in front. I was bleeding, like my skirt was having a big stain. So I come to the front, and the boys, the girls, everyone started screaming. It was like the most humiliating moment of my life. So I ran out of class, and I never came back for a whole week. I kept asking my sister, hey, are they still talking about it? She's like, yeah, they're still talking about it. I was like, cool, I'm not going. I didn't go for a whole week. But then when I came back stronger. And I realized that, actually, do you guys know, I think that's where like I started writing like about periods. It made sense to me then. Now, putting a face to the poem, here we go. I'll never forget that day when the clock clicked womanhood. I had become exactly what I feared, a woman. It wasn't anything I imagined, for the one that was supposed to teach me all about it had left me. She left me with nothing but my brothers, those that knew nothing but mock the femininity whose branches were starting to be visible in me. Now here I'm talking about my mother. I was abandoned by my mother when I was 9 years old. So, you know, experiencing periods and you're just having your daddy and your brothers, crazy experience. So I'll read again the first stanza so you can follow up the story. Cool. I'll never forget that day when the clock clicked womanhood. I had become exactly that, what I feared, a woman. It wasn't anything I imagined, for the one that was supposed to teach me all about it had left me. She left me with nothing but my brothers, those that knew nothing but mock the femininity whose branches were starting to be visible in me. Now back to that clock. It was time. It was my moment to be embarrassed. See, Teacher Douglas wasn't going to leave me alone. He insisted I stand up and come to the front. I shook out of terror, but there I stood. The clock again, womanhood. It was a stain they were laughing at. My skirt was light green, but with a red circle of a stain that since then marked my history. Little did I know my beautiful journey had begun. It wasn't a bad stain, it was a beautiful symbol of a womanhood. I was becoming a poet, a strong creature. I had become. Little did I know that I and that red art in my uniform wasn't something to be ashamed of, but a gift to embrace. For I am a woman, and there I stood again, the clock, womanhood. I walked the journey of shame, the journey that I was supposed to be crowned for. If you take me back, see, if you take me back, I will get the little me a trophy on that day. The goddess in me would fly with pride. The woman in me would jump with joy of the gift of bearing I had received. I am a woman and everything it becomes with. Even the river that flows through me monthly is a reminder of what a sculpture I am. What? I am a portrait. I am a piece of art the creator took his time to put together. As he dipped his brush in paint to draw, he set everything right in its place with his brush. And when he reached at my womanhood, girl, when he reached at womanhood, the artist made such a beautiful feature that is a wonder to many, a woman. I am the pottery. He molded me with nothing but diligence. I am delicate. Please hold me carefully. I am a jewelry wand that glitters from afar. I am a flower whose petals are like no other. I need to be watered for. See, I'm not just a plant. I am a special flower, one with sweet nectar, so be careful. Be careful, for my seasons come every month. And they need me healthy and in a good condition. And there I stood again, the clock, womanhood. The bell rang again and again and again. That became my song, a song that I sang every month for days that were uncomfortable, yet I had to assemble myself to see a doctor if I missed any. Women can understand. The artist whispered to me that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. I want the ladies to please repeat after me. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. Ladies. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Say it like you mean it. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Cool, now we can continue. The artist whispered to me, you're beautifully and wonderfully made. That pain, that bloated stomach, that backache should be an everyday reminder of you being my creative piece. In you lies life. See, the red note on your door that knocks on your door monthly is a throne to embrace. So hold on to the queen that you are. And there I stood. And there I stood again, the clock of womanhood. I would be telling lies if I said I've never dreamed of rather being born a boy. I swear, if you take me back now, that would be the nightmare, for there's nothing better than I will ever be but a woman. Thank you. One last piece. I related periods to love or relationships. See, women, we always complain about the periods, but then when we miss it when you're even late for days, bro, when you miss periods for days, you start trembling. It's like, so now you want me? Like, what happened to the pain? So it's basically, I and my girls have this saying that periods, it's like a toxic relationship. Like, we don't want it, but then we want it. Like, we can't live without it. If you are a woman and you're not getting your periods, you're not normal, go check up. Like, go check up. You need periods. All right. I'm looking for it. Got it. Here we go. I saw it in your eyes. You needed me. It's different than just wanting me. You told me if we were ever to be over, your life would be over. I said nothing because I knew that you are the source of the breathing I take in. Every second, and only I know the worst that could occur if I attained not your presence. From then we swore to each other, never to leave each other. If only I could say a bigger word than you are adored by every inch of being of what makes me a living, I could tell you that. See, periods is like love. It comes and stays, it hurts and makes our stomach bloat. Sometimes butterflies feel our body that we begin to shiver. It makes us cry and changes our moods. One time I'm craving for ice cream, the other I'm craving for chocolate. I love it black, but white looks better, so just give me nothing. I don't want to eat anything. Just like love. I believe that's why they call it periods. It comes time to time and changes sometimes however it pleases without a reason, sometimes like our lovers. Menstruation is like so deep. Regardless of how much it hurts, I would never choose to live without it, for it makes me a normal living being and a mother wants to be. But as important as it is, just like love, nobody told me how hurtful it would be. Nobody told me I would tie myself in bed, cover and cover, sob and lament, blame everything and everyone, looking for comfort, but still it stops not from bleeding. But if you tell me to miss it twice, see, I repeat, if you tell me to miss it twice, trust me, I'll run for a checkup. Someone please give me a number of a good gynecologist around. I might be pregnant. It doesn't matter how much we think we know love, just like periods. It will surprise us just like menstruation. You will expect it on Sunday night, but then you will come on Saturday evening. It's always bad sometimes. It's smooth like new love. Everything is checked and graced, just checking on him every now and then. It's just like a boyfriend who's a bit narcissistic. He thinks everything is good about him. Someone relates. Believe it or not, I am to embrace it either way. It's okay to have a river overflow. It's natural, it's nature, and I find it beautiful. Scientists would like to call it phenomenal. Can you imagine something that gives you gifts of bearing your own fruits? What is there to be ashamed of? What is there to stigmatize? Shouldn't this be a crown we wore on the streets? Let everyone know I am a queen. I bleed every time, and that makes me productive, bitch. I and my girls love calling toxic relationship with ourselves, but one we would never dream of losing. I'll give excuses every time if we leave each other and it's not supposed to be perfect. He's my imperfectly perfect other, so it's just like periods. But I wish periods would only come for 5 minutes to say hello, you're not pregnant. I'll come back next month.